Hello, everyone. We are with our final 12. We did have a brief update earlier in the day. Alex, for personal reasons, decided to step away from the game, so I politely murdered him. He did reveal himself to be a faithful on his way out. Um, Players, I'm going to turn it over to you. You did successfully catch a traitor last time. Will you be able to get two in a row? That choice is yours. Discuss.
I guess it's kind of really difficult to know where to begin with the whole because the whole Alex thing has kind of changed. I think a lot of things for some people. I loved Alex, but I really thought that they were cracking under the pressure of being a trader, and so I really was. And now I'm just confused. I don't know where to look necessarily. Um, I don't know if anyone has anything. I think we all really need to talk up tonight, like everyone.
Yeah.
Um, I just kind of have some points. I'm going to preface, and I've told people I am very open coming into this roundtable. Just because I speak about someone isn't because that's exactly where I'm voting for. I think that the roundtable itself should speak to who we vote for and not the events that lead up to it. Case in point, what happened the very last roundtable. So I rose my hand to talk to and about you, MJ. There are a couple things that I have questions about. Um, some you might be able to provide clarity, and some are just my like perspective on things. Um, First and foremost, the elephant in the room. You talking last roundtable that you knew deep down Sean was a traitor for multiple days, and you still voted me anyways. Just kind of like why? Um, and then I feel I could be beating a dead horse here. Sean did not want me talking about the recruitment, period, point blank. When Tina left, I suspected that there would be a recruitment. Um, and I still do. And I feel like he didn't want me talking about that. And he tried to discredit me talking about that on purpose because I was onto something. Um, Granted, I don't think 100% it's all on you. I still have my suspicions of Hyrie. And I will be honest that my suspicions of Hyrie have significantly fallen because I don't think a traitor would defend another traitor so publicly during a roundtable. They're still suspicions, but they're diminished. Um, and then I feel like in the grand scheme of things, who benefits the most with Cam being gone? And I feel like with Sean sharing a lot of information with Cam, a lot of that information I feel would pertain to you, because Sean was so close to you in the game. Granted, that's not factual. Cam and I have never spoke anything about you in specific. Um, that's just my read on Cam being murdered. But those are just my observations over the last couple of days.
Yeah, so let me address that real quick then. I will say that 2 days prior to the last roundtable, something that Sean said, and he and I are very good friends, and we did play and communicate during the game. But he had me fooled. I never even suspected him until 2 days prior. In a private conversation, not game related, he made a comment about how stressed he was about the game. And I mean, I've known Sean for a number of years, and that really just kind of was suspicious to me when he said that he, was just really stressed. And Josh's boyfriend was, a little upset with the amount of time. And I'm thinking, well, how much time is he spending? Like, he's not on the group calls hardly ever. And it just struck me as odd. So right away, I'm like, oh man, don't tell me that he's a traitor. Like, it was just something that caught my attention. And so then the next day in conversation, something was said about my advantage being told to everybody, and that he told Cam and Cam told you, Cody, and all that was going around. And then Kenzie said, she goes, well, Sean told me, but I didn't tell anybody. And at that point I knew in my gut, I'm like, shoot, that means he's a traitor, because he never told me they told Kenzie. He told me he told Cam, but apparently he was having all kinds of conversations with people and telling things that I did not know about. However, at that roundtable, I still have my sights set on you, Cody, and I wasn't ready to change that until I had some additional conversations with him, which is why I didn't throw it out there. I came into it with a plan. Here's what I'm doing. Here's why I'm doing it. I was starting to suspect, but I thought I got a few ways to kind of suss it out. And I wanted to talk to a couple other people before I accused him. You all did it. But by then, I was already putting my vote in, had said I was voting Cody. And so I just stuck with it. But I really had no idea that he was a traitor. He definitely plays a good game, and while we're personal friends, 100% when we play these games, we play legit. We don't tell each other things that affect the game. We try to play an honorable game, and even now, like he's gone, we won't chat and share any information. That's not fair. That's not how I want to play. That's not how he likes to play. So I didn't know, started to suspect, but nothing was fully confirmed at that time. As for, anything to do with Cam, up until that moment, I really had no idea. Cam and I chatted some. I really liked Cam. We were just starting to get to know each other. We were comparing notes. I had no idea that, didn't even suspect that he would be on somebody's radar, let alone the Traitors. So, any additional conversations or things that were evolved around Sean and Cam, I didn't know anything about that. Apparently, Sean was talking to a lot of people, and I was unaware of just how much he was doing that. I can assure you, I'm a faithful Cody. I still have suspicions. They're maybe not as strong as they were with Sean being a traitor, unless it truly is one of those traitor on traitor things that you guys are trying to get each other out. I don't know, but that's my answer and my reason for why I wasn't ready to vote him just yet.
Thank you. Kenzie, I think you're up next.
Okay, well, so there's quite a few things on my mind, to be honest. Sorry, MJ, I'm gonna kind of repeat what Cody said. I kind of can't get out of my gut. Something's been bugging me kind of the last 2 days. I don't know, like I like you as a person, but I just feel like maybe like you are also a traitor and you use that to like turn it on to Sean and to like to turn on a traitor. And it's just like for me, I know you did clarify, so I appreciate that. But for me, like you like with pretty much it was clear as day that almost everyone was gonna vote for Sean because he really shot himself in the foot at the last banishment. And then like I know you already cleared it up, but like it's still I understand that like he's your in real life friend, so if that's the reason why, but like in my gut, I just can't shake off the fact that I think you're a traitor. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But Amy, there's also some things that are leaning back to you. Something's not sitting right with me. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you said something the last roundtable, or yeah, either the last roundtable or roundtable before. And someone also brought up to me that they also think you might be a traitor. So yeah, if you maybe wanted to like, yeah, I don't know. And then the other thing is, so Brent, can you tell me your side of the story? Because I was not on the call last night, but apparently things got heated up. And I just want to know what exactly happened from your point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. I will gladly tell my side of the story, and everybody should take notes. And this is recorded because I am not going to say this one more time in this game. I came on the call. The whole coin gate thing has been going on. So let's reiterate. I won 6 coins. Very worried about Cam. Take notes, please. I suggest it. Cam, danger, danger, danger. Worried about him. Gave him 4. Obviously, I very much trusted Cam as a faithful and have been talking to him throughout this whole game. Diane, also little concerned about. Not too much, but a little bit. Gave her 2. At the time, Harry was still highly suspect. I figured that the Traitors put up one of their own. I figured that was Harry. In hindsight, we all knew John at this point was a faithful. So no offense, Diane, but in hindsight, I should have given John my coins. That might have sent Harry out the door because that was so close. That is exactly what I did. I'm not asking anybody to believe it or not, but that is the truth. It's not going to change because that is the truth. So on the call, I was bombarded by 3 people when I've already gone over this coin thing 6-7 times by now. This wasn't like the second or third time. This was like the 7th time of me repeating myself, which I just think is unnecessary. I don't like doing that in my everyday life. Running around in circles is a major trigger to me. So I came on and it was immediately, Brent, what's going on with this coin thing? Brent, get on camera. Brent, you know, we want to know the truth. I've told you the truth 7 times. The fact that it's not believed isn't my problem. And I wasn't going to spend my time and my energy defending myself over this stupid thing over and over again. So at that point, I felt like, you know what? I mean, like I said, I was pissed, and that's a me thing. That is a me in real life thing, 100%. But I was very frustrated, and I felt attacked. I felt bombarded, and I felt like, why am I running around in the circle? This is so ridiculous. Like, if you don't believe me, don't believe me, but my story isn't going to change. So it's really irritating that I have to keep defending the same thing over and over again. So I was pissed. I had Adam, I had Alex, and I had Melissa all on me. I'm not really sure why. That is actually something I'm curious about. Melissa,
That's not
you can't
entirely
be-
the truth.
huh?
That's not entirely the truth, dude. That's your side of the story. I get it. But the reason why it was brought up to you when you first came on the call is because I joined the call and was informed that you were telling them that I could have been the one who lied about it. So then I said to them, okay, I'm going to talk to them about it. As I said that to them, you came on the call. And I'm not a coward, so I didn't back away from what I was going to say. And I had the conversation with you right there.
Well,
Nobody
that's
accused you
how
of
it felt.
anything.
I mean, Diane can back me up, because I asked Diane. I said, Diane, am I out of my mind? Did I perceive this wrong? Because that's how it felt, that I was attacked by 3 people to repeat myself. And you, Adam,
Okay,
have asked
I want
me.
to speak for a second since my name was brought up there. Brent, I absolutely did not single you out. I made it very clear that the 3 of you were there, and between the 3 of
Yes.
you, I wanted somebody to fucking admit.
And
If you
I've made it very clear
singled
that
out
my
you,
story is the truth.
I did not single you out.
Okay, you didn't single me out. You did ask me to get on camera. I did
I
get on
did.
camera, and you said, Brent, get
did.
back on camera. And
I
Adam,
did,
for
but it's
like
because I wanted all of you on camera. I wasn't
Okay, well,
singling you out.
anyway, I don't know what you guys want from me, because my story's not going to change. So yeah,
Eh,
I was really frustrated. I shouldn't
So-
have to repeat myself over and over and over again about the story. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
but the thing is, you went with the whole assumption that everybody thought you were the one lying.
because this was the 7th
That-
time that I've had to repeat myself about this story. Correct, the
It's
7th
because it keeps being
time.
brought up, but Brent, most
I
people
don't
didn't
care.
think.
I don't.
Anyway,
The only person who had to defend
I'm done with the fucking
Oh
coin
my
shit.
You think it was-
Well, y'all
God.
brought it up yesterday, so if you want to put me on the spot to explain my situation, I'm
No,
sorry, you guys.
You brought it
All
up.
right. This
Right,
was my
you
bad.
did.
I shouldn't have said anything. I
No, it's
apologize.
okay.
No.
I'm glad, because I'll say it over and like
Hey.
I don't understand why you guys don't understand why. this is frustrating.
Brent, I don't know how many times I have to say, I believe you. I believe you're telling the
Okay,
truth.
then let me ask this: why do I have to keep defending it?
It was
People believe me so
Lordy.
much, then why are you keep getting me to defend it? Why do
okay.
I say, over and over and over again? What happened with the
Let
coins?
me-
What happened with the coins? What happened with the
Can
coins?
I say something since I was there as well? I just want to make a general point, then I'll leave the people to hands up. From my perspective, and this is why a lot of us didn't want to say these things, we feel uncomfortable because we feel all 3 of you were telling the truth, and there's no way that's a thing. If the math is mathing, that's the problem. From my perspective, I'm not going to speak for other people. From my perspective, it feels like genuinely all 3 of you are telling the truth. And we know, based on the video, and I rewatched it, I don't know if anybody else did, there were 20 coins. That's what's frustrating about the whole thing. And it's
If I can show it screenshot, I will show it right now. I don't.
Brett, the thing that's frustrating is that most of us on a conversation have come to the conclusion that we thought that it was Alex that
I
wasn't telling the
understand
truth.
that,
But
and I
last night
don't know.
you were so worked up.
Okay, you want me to lie? Okay. I gave. What did I do?
We're not saying it again.
Oh
Brent,
my
again, you're doing it again.
God.
okay. We need.
No
Okay,
one's
no,
blaming
we're
you.
done.
I mean,
We're
I
done.
don't like.
Can
We've
I
been
just-
going around, and
Can
you answer me. No,
MJ and Amy just answer me at this point?
no,
Like,
because I'm so tired of
hey,
going over this, and
oh
people
my
not
God.
understand.
I'm
Like,
sorry. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't have said
no,
anything.
nobody's sorry.
No,
Nobody's
that's-
sorry. Nobody's
I am
sorry
sorry,
because you keep
though.
bringing
Brent,
it up.
no one is accusing you. Breathe,
I
dude.
just
Stop.
wanted to
No.
know because
If
I
you're not
wasn't
accusing
there.
me, this is so bullshit. You guys are accusing me because if
No,
you
I'm
would- if you weren't accusing me, you wouldn't keep asking me about it.
God.
Can we just stop it about the coins?
Please.
We're
No,
not getting.
apparently we can't.
I was just bringing it up because I wasn't on the call last night, and I like to know things.
Okay,
People know
so
that I'm a visual learner, and I like to hear about what has happened.
Okay,
and
so
I wanted to get to your side of the
and
story.
while I'm explaining my side of the story, it's so okay, Brent. We think like one side of the mouth is we think someone's lying. The other side of the mouth, it's like we don't think you're lying, Brent. The other side of the mouth, it's Brent. Why don't you tell us the
I
truth?
personally wasn't saying you were lying, Brent. I just wanted to know your side
Well,
of the
that's
story.
my side of the story. That is why I'm
Okay,
frustrated.
okay, then
That
that's
is
it. Over. It's over. It's over. MJ.
No, it's not over though because I've
Yes,
got
it is.
questions. No,
Okay, well,
it's
I
not.
would like to hear from
No,
MJ.
it's
because I did-
not. It's not
Hey.
over. Y'all open this can of worms, and we're
Oh.
gonna open it. It's not over for me. This is the time to have these discussions. Not in private.
Okay, but I would like to hear from MJ and Amy too, since I also did ask.
I would like to hear too. I would like to hear why my name was brought up again for the 7th time, and I would also like to know who all knew about Cam's power.
Oh my God, I'm gonna.
Who all knew about Cam's power?
This is
I
too
didn't.
much. This
Sure
is
is.
too-
I didn't.
Open a can of
I
worms.
didn't.
Let's open it.
I'll say it. I did.
What is Cam's power?
Cam was the
Boys, don't-
bodyguard.
Thank you. Cam was the
No,
bodyguard.
And I want to
Three
know how
What
times-
does
many
that? What does that even mean?
Can I just? Oh, fine. Since I'll do it. Since it's gonna bury me anyway. Sorry, I'm frustrated with this whole coin thing. The bodyguard is a protective role. Now, according to Cameron, it's different than what's on the dock, which is frustrating AF. But anyway, it is a role that can protect people 3 times during the game from being murdered. It gives a secret shield to somebody who can be protected.
Okay, but then how was he murdered then? Did he not use it?
He could use it on himself. I don't know if he did at any point in the game.
Oh, so he has to use it? Like it can't just be like if he's murdered, he's just
Well,
not protected.
He can
has
choose
to
at
use
any
it?
point before the murder to use it.
Oh. Oh.
Well, Amy or Kenzie, I want to
Kenzie?
answer your question
Yeah,
real quick.
please,
Sorry.
please,
Um,
please
Sorry.
do. Please do.
I want to make sure I understand your comment because I was a little confused. You said about Sean and I, the traitor on traitor. Prior to you guys voting him out, I never mentioned his name as a possible traitor. It was just 2 things that struck
But
me
you-
prior to that night.
But you
So-
you did though.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
That night I
Okay?
did. That night at voting, I did at that night. But you guys had already voted him, and I said, "Well, I just started to suspect you."
No, you did it in
no,
the group
MJ,
chat.
you did it. You did it in the group chat on phone call before.
Did I? I have to go
Yes.
back and look because I
So-
really don't remember that.
You did.
I mean, I did say I suspected everybody, but I don't remember that I was saying
you,
that.
you
So
specifically, it's okay. You specifically did say
So-
Sean, but it's okay.
Just
Yeah.
before the last round table, MJ and I were talking, and she did mention to me that she's starting to get suspicious, but she did say that she wasn't 100% and she didn't feel comfortable voting for him yet because of it's her friend. She wants to make sure she's going to go there, that she's got enough evidence. She did say that to me. And
that
just
I
wanna
know
put
I
that there.
said. I don't remember
You
what
did.
you're talking about, Ken. I'm not saying that I didn't. I don't recall that. I do remember that conversation with Adam, and certainly that night during the roundtable, saying that I was starting to suspect him. I just wasn't ready to do that. So thank you. I don't know what else to say about that. I was unaware.
No. I'm gonna let you know I'm not voting for you tonight. My vote is clearly going to somebody else.
That's good because I'm a faithful, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's all good. My vote is clearly going on Brent, and I'm gonna make that very, very, very
Hey,
clear.
I can't wait. Get out another faithful. I cannot wait. Believe me. Like I'm over this game. I can't wait. Please.
I think
really do
people
hope
are
you all-
looking too much at Brent's emotional reaction right now and thinking that could be traitorous.
Because
For me,
I am
it's
so
ringing that
like
he's
what
just
you people
frustrated.
don't get is how frustrating it is to run around circles. Like, how do you guys not understand that?
Brent, let
How do you-
somebody else talk,
Brent,
dude.
trust me, Brent.
You're
I
being
am
rude.
right
I
then.
was talking. Don't interrupt me.
Yeah. Period.
I'm trying to actually explain where I'm coming from you if you let me finish.
Okay, yeah, I would like you to explain clearly to me why you have to ask me the same question 7
I
freaking
did
times.
not. Dude, there's
Yes,
something
you
wrong with
did.
you.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You've asked me about the coins so many times,
I
and that's
asked
why I'm
you
so
last night
frustrated.
because you went to the group and you told the group, you mentioned it. Take responsibility. You mentioned
I
it
have
to the
looked.
group.
I
So then
have not.
I
Have
asked
I
you.
asked
No,
you?
I'm talking.
Have I
I'm
berated
talking.
you?
I'm
Have I
talking. I'm talking.
Well, why don't you finish talking and explain again to everybody what you did with your coins? Because I don't really know.
Okay, I gave 4 to Diane, 4 to Hyrie, 4 to Jean, none to Cameron.
Okay.
Bang.
And
Never
I gave
changed.
4 to Cameron, and I gave 2 to Diane.
But
no to
here's the
John.
thing. I don't know if there's something wrong with you tonight, but you're not listening. We have told you we don't think you're the one that's lying, that we thought it was Alex. We've said this to you.
Then why are you berating me about it? Then
This...
why are you berating me about the coins?
I'm not berating you. I didn't
Yes,
even
you
bring it
are.
up
That's
tonight.
just bullshit. That's just bullshit. You are. So stop.
Nobody's berating you, Brett.
Okay,
If you want to get mad at someone, if you want to get mad at
Just
somebody,
vote
get
me
mad
out.
at
Just
me.
vote me out. For the love of God, just do it. Because
Get
Okay,
mad at me. Get
Okay.
mad at me. Don't get mad at Adam. Don't get mad at Melissa.
You
Don't get mad at Alex. Get mad at me.
I'm mad at the
I'm
whole
one that brought it
situation
up.
because it's bullshit. Y'all are berating me. Okay, you've asked me if anybody if nobody wants to back me up, that's fine. I'm just mad about nothing. I'm just
I
mad
just
about
tried
this.
to back you up and you won't listen.
That's
You won't
that was
listen.
me backing you
I
up.
don't listen.
I
No,
want to know
I have
everybody's.
listened.
I'm
I'm
done.
the one who's been asked the
I'm
same
done.
question over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not the one not listening.
So had Alex and so had I been questioned. I don't know why you're the one that is exploding about it.
I
When
don't
we've
know
both
because
been
I'm the one.
questioned.
Okay, you're right. I should have been up here at Alex's ass. You're right. My mistake. I should have been on calls asking you guys over and over again. Tell me again about the coins. Tell me again about the coins. Someone's lying and it's not me. So tell me
You were
again
never
about the coins.
singled out
Tell
about
me
the
again.
coins. There
That's
was
what I should have
conversations where
done.
people were like, "Can you guys explain it?" And all 3 of us would explain it again and again and again. It wasn't just you. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Okay, then why is one of you lying then? Because it's not me. So one of you
Well,
is.
and it's not me.
Why are you lying, Adam?
I'm not lying. You
I
think
mean,
I
you're the
swear on
one
my
who
kids'
keeps
life, you
bringing it
piece of
up.
shit?
So I know I'm not lying. So why are you lying?
You know I told you that I swore on my kid. You think I would do that?
I swear on my
Traitors are
dog. I
loving
swore on my
this.
mother. I swore on my father. I'll swear on the Bible right now.
We
It's
don't swear
almost
on
30 minutes
anybody.
and we're not closer to anything. It's still CoinGate.
I just
Can we
want you
maybe
guys to
give
banish
Gabby
me
or
tonight.
Diane a
You can find
chance?
who the real traitors are because
Can we
this
talk
is
about something else?
frustrating to me. And if
to
y'all don't care or
something?
don't understand why it's frustrating, then don't. Not my problem, but it's not going to continue to be my problem. I'm running around in circles. I'm repeating about myself about the same thing, and that's why I'm frustrated. Understand it, don't understand it. I don't care. But I have not lied. I've done nothing but be a faithful in here, and Diane has agreed with me. Teller's agreed with me, and I don't mean to put you guys on the spot. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just pacifying me. But I have legitimately gone to you and said, "Am I out of my mind?" Because this is how I perceive that conversation to go. And both of you seem to understand my feelings and my reaction and how I'm running around in circles. So
Okay, Diane's had her hand up, so let her talk now.
Okay, and I'm skipping that subject. To me, it's over with. I want to know, like MJ, you say you write a lot of things down, but yet you don't share it at round table. Like I can understand that you don't share it with on one, but you never share it with the round table whenever that's when you should share it with everyone.
I do share the notes that when I'm ready to share them. I try not to make accusations without having a little bit more thought, a little bit more of an idea, because this being one of the prime reasons, I don't want to throw out accusations unless I'm a little bit more sure. I will have conversations one-on-one with people that I'm talking to pretty regularly. And I have shared kind of my thoughts every time when I'm putting out there who I'm voting for or why I'm voting for them. I do. I just don't share everything with everybody till I'm a little bit more confident.
But then I agree with Kenzie. You did say it on one of the group call that you were suspecting Sean.
Yeah, and I might have. I just don't recall that. I really don't. I know I had that conversation with Adam right before and then the night of the call. I probably did. I told everybody, and I'll say it again, I suspect everybody. I really do. I have reasons to suspect everybody. And he was just starting to come on my radar. So I'm sure I did. If you say I did, I did. I just don't remember it.
So can I ask what I said that was suspect? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not feeling good. That was suspect. I'd like to know what I said, or if it was the way I said something.
Anybody?
Kinsey, I think
Kinsey.
What? Sorry, what? Sorry,
anyone's
I'm
like to
so
know why
like.
you think, why you suspect her.
Honestly, Amy, I don't even remember now. My mind is so just gone. Someone said something to me, but I don't remember. But honestly, you're not even on my radar now. So once I remember, I'll reach out to you. Sorry, my mind's just I'm shaking really bad. I'm just trying to avoid not to have a panic attack at the moment.
I understand.
I have a
I
couple
know.
of questions, and no, Brent, they are not related to that thing. Like, I feel like the video has also been driven as much into the ground, but we don't have any evidence beyond that on why Harry is a traitor. And I've noticed that you're one of the main ones that keeps pushing that point specifically. And then there's Cameron's role that only you, Alex, and Taylor knew, and Alex is already revealed to be a faithful.
I will say I knew Cameron's role.
Yeah,
Also, I will say that. But there's no surprise that Cameron and I have been close this whole game.
I know, but like, what, like, wouldn't you like? I'm not saying you are, but if you were, wouldn't you want Cameron out of the way so he can't use that on to save another faithful?
Are you asking me or you're asking everybody who knew?
I don't know, like I'm asking you, like,
Oh, I wouldn't think that. I mean, like I said, I'm not worried. I'm a faithful trying to get out a traitor. If y'all banish me, it's not like I said this last time, saying again, not because like, oh well, like it's not the end of the
I just
world.
want to know also like why all the fixation before on Hyrie in the video because that got driven into as much as the other thing did.
If you're asking me, it wasn't just the video. It started with that. I had a lot of evidence. I do think there's plenty of evidence against MJ too. And there's starting to look like some evidence against other people. I thought there was evidence against Alex. And what swayed me on Alex last minute is we had a talk last night after everything. And Alex genuinely seemed really upset that Cam had been murdered. And that seemed like genuine emotion to me. And I'm like, well, I don't think Alex is a traitor. And Alex wasn't a traitor, as we now know. But I have not fixated. I have, which I've given multiple times, a plethora of evidence on Harry. Likewise, Harry is more lower on my totem pole now that Sean is out. Things do make more sense to me. But I'm suspect of everybody to a degree, and some more so than others. It stemmed from the video, but it was more than a video, is the answer to that. And I mean, again, you can go back and watch Zooms because I've expressed the evidence that I felt multiple times as well.
Okay.
I mean, this point could be anybody. I think there's a high chance there was 5 to start with, at least 4, and we've gotten out 2.
I think if there were 4 and we got out 2, they probably recruited 2.
Brett,
So
let me ask you this genuinely. Without saying Harry, who is your biggest suspicion on who's a traitor?
I would say MJ. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm starting to be a little suspect of Melissa, but it could be anybody. I could be fooled.
Is there a reason why you're suspecting Melissa?
Well, I was really caught off guard yesterday, to be honest with you. Like that, I don't really know where that came from. I don't know why that was brought up again with me, and it just really threw me off. And I feel like someone's framing me, and I do think that there is somebody on the inside. I do think that there. Now, granted, I will say, in all fairness, I don't hardly talk to MJ and Harry. Not from lack of effort on my end with one of them, definitely lack of effort on my end with the other. But I get we all have lives, right? So I will say that. But I do think that there is there's someone going around and giving out information. Yes, I'm suspect of everybody. So yes, the coin thing, all I've said about the coin thing, Adam, was that it is weird. And it is one data point in many that has me thinking about who the traitors could be. But my point is, I have not gone to you or Alex and made you guys explain over and over and over again what you did with your coins. Like, I don't need to know that answer. I think it's weird. It's something in the back of my mind, but I don't need to know that answer. And it wasn't enough evidence for me to say, you're a traitor, Adam, or Alex is a traitor. I never felt that way. So that's where I am with that, and that's why I'm suspectful of the people I'm suspectful of. There are also people that like I just don't think, like I don't think Amy. I know supposedly Alex had brought up Amy's name out of the blue, and that's why people were suspect of Alex. But I think if anybody is like 100% a faithful, it's Amy. And that's just based on like just how she is on calls and all that. I think other people been on calls would probably feel the same. But again, I mean, there's probably 3 traitors sitting here right now, and at least 2, and they're playing the game really well.
Okay, and Brent, I do want to say something else. I know how you feel actually. This was me last Traitors game I played. I had multiple people attacking me pretty much, and I was a faithful, and I tried to defend myself left, right, and center, but not very many people wanted to believe me, and at that point, people still voted for me knowing I was a faithful. So I do apologize for my end. I wasn't trying to berate you in any kind
No,
of way. I was just trying to, because
okay.
when I'm not when I don't picture something and I hear something that happens, I just like to know both sides of the story, because I'm a visual learner and I like to know from both sides before I make my decision on anything.
Yeah,
So if
absolutely.
you think I was berating you in
Guys,
any kind of
we've only got
way,
a couple of minutes left. Can we just?
yeah,
Can,
I just wanted to apologize because I know I've been
Yeah,
there.
and
Trust me.
I appreciate that, and I'll just apologize really quick to everybody again. This is a me thing. It is just a trigger for me in life to run around in circles. I don't like it, and that's how I felt, and that's why I reacted the way I reacted. And I understand why people are sus of me. I get it, but to go to your point too, Kenzie, like as faithfuls, we're not here to lie. This is a Traitors versus Faithful games. The faithfuls should all be honest. We are here to get out traitors, and we need to trust other faithfuls and look at objective data and not be distracted. I do think that somebody is still putting this distraction out there to get us to turn on each other. But I know MJ, Adam.
Yeah, I just real quick want to say, I mean, if you guys suspect me for legit reasons, then by all means vote me. But I hope it's just not because I'm real life friends with Sean and he turned out to be a traitor. Don't let that be your reason, because you'll be voting a faithful out unnecessarily. So I just want to put it out there. If you suspect me, find reasons, fine, but don't let that be the reason.
does anybody that hasn't spoke want to say anything?
Sounds like you're ready to vote.
Real quick, just in Melissa's defense, last night she was not having the best night. I think that's probably why she came across as a little. I mean, it's her business, but she was having a tough. There was things going on that made her act a little more different than what she usually would in a conversation.
All right, I think it's time to vote. Please cast your votes in your confessional. If you're playing any powers, please let us know. We'll be back. Adam, please leave the Zoom. Please leave the Zoom.
What?
You cannot vote for Adam tonight. And Adam cannot be banished tonight.
Power was played.
Ow.
Hey, Amy, can you tell me who MJ is voting for tonight?
Oh,
Please unmute.
Sorry,
MJ
MJ,
can't
I'm
vote.
gonna have you vote for Harry.
Okay. I was like, she can't vote for herself. It's still her vote. But
Yeah.
all right.
wow, power's being played left, right, and center. Really interesting, though.
Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. All right, as you know, Adam could not vote. Melissa is not going to speak up. She voted for MJ. We'll start with MJ, which you voted for Hyrie. Not necessarily because of your will. We'll go to Hyrie.
I voted for Brent for reasons that, like, I think one person said something to me and then they didn't bring it up on the call, so I'm a little suspect of you, Taylor, now. If you stay, then I hope this is a gateway, Brent, that we finally talk after. But if not, I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
All right, Gabby.
This was a tough vote because there were reasons to vote two people. But in the end, and if I am wrong, then we're gonna get answers. Then I'm gonna get the answer I'm looking for either way. But and I like you, but I'm sorry, Brent. I voted for you. And no hard feelings if you do stay, and I hope we can talk afterwards.
All right, Brent.
I had no idea where the votes were going to go. As everybody knows, my two prime suspects have been Harry and MJ. I did vote for you, MJ. I think at this point, the most evidence for me is there, but it's still, it could be anybody. It's really quite a mess. So if I'm sure you're going to stay, and if you're not a traitor, I'm sorry, but that's my vote.
All right, 2 votes MJ, 2 votes Brent, 1 vote Hyrie. Diane.
There was too many coincidences, especially a few round tables ago. You did say you were suspecting Sean because you were close with Demonica. And to me, there's something, if you do stay, I hope we can talk after, but I did vote for MJ.
All right, Taylor.
This was a two-way conversation. I was very much between two people, and my brain just does not handle well with the conflict and the exploding, so that's probably why I forgot to mention. I do know what you're talking about. We will have a conversation about it, Harry. Sorry, I do not do well with confrontation and yelling. It very much, like Kinsey, it very much scrambles my brain and how I talk, so that's why. But I've been between two people and I don't know which way to go, but I have to go with that's what I'm thinking right now. And unfortunately, MJ, that is you based on just being quiet at the round table, even though you have notes. And I understand not being wanting to share those notes one on one, but round table is where everybody's here. Then that's a chance to share, even if you have like a little something to give. And that's why my vote's for you tonight.
All right, Cody.
My vote tonight is for MJ. Okay, my camera just went off. Great. Can you still hear me though?
I can hear you.
Okay, so my vote tonight is for MJ. I do feel like between Sean trying to gaslight me into thinking that the recruitment wasn't a thing, I feel like Sean would be more than likely to recruit you of people. And y'all were just so in sync. I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind for the rest of the game, and I feel like now it gives me more answers, and more certainty.
All right. That's 5 votes MJ, 2 votes Brent, 1 vote Hyrie. Kenzie, are you able to talk?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I know I stated at one point that my vote was going to a person like 100%, but then things were said, stuff were happening, and I kept like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My mind right now is still very scrambled. With a lot of you know, I'm on the spectrum, and when things get like this, my body kind of just shuts down. So I do apologize to this person, but unfortunately, I do still have to stay with who I said I was voting. And if you do stay here, if you do stay, I would love to talk and actually hash things out. Because again, I do know where you're coming from. I've been in that position and it sucks. But Brent, I'm sorry, I did vote for you.
All right. So if 5 votes, MJ, 3 votes, Brent, 1 vote, Hyrie. Let's go to Bianca.
Yeah, I agree with Kinsey. Like, just loud. It's a trauma reaction for me to kind of shut down. I definitely. I don't. I'm not sure if you are a traitor or not. I think everybody can be suspected, but I just decided with the limited information that I have that my vote's going to go for Brent. But if you stay, let's talk more about that, Brent.
All right. So that's 5 votes for MJ, 4 votes for Brent, 1 vote for Hyrie, and only 1 vote left, and that's Amy.
Well, I totally screwed up my power, or I should have played it on somebody else. So that was my stupidity. But MJ, I did vote for you tonight. Sorry if you're faithful. I just had to go off the information that I took in.
All right, MJ, you have received the most votes. You are banished from King's Landing. Please step into the circle of truth to say your farewell and reveal whether you are a traitor or a faithful.
Okay, well, it's been a lot of fun playing with all of you. I will say, you guys zero in on the little bitty pieces and are missing the big picture. So while you keep searching, start looking, taking a step back and looking more broadly. I am a faithful, and so good luck. I wish you well.
All right, MJ, thank you so much for playing. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and if you want to have a brief conversation, but thank you so much. Faithful, you've banished another one of your own. Lots of chaos, but hitting that right direction. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a reprieve though. There's been a lot of tension. And remember, these are silly kids games that we do for no money. And I want folks to recognize that. Because of that, this game should never have an impact on your mental health. Like, yes, this is a game of lying and betrayal. We're doing it for fun. Have fun. That's what I want you all to do. Yes, sometimes being loud and yelling at each other can be fun, and that's okay. But like, if it is hurting your mental health, let's talk because, that's not what this is for because that's not fun. Because Alex did step out of the game, I'm counting that as the next murder, so there will be no murder tomorrow, just a challenge. So, which you have the opportunity to win a shield. So, sleep easy, take the night. Don't worry about getting murdered and being out of the game tomorrow. We'll worry about that on the day after that when we'll have our next roundtable. So, folks, thank you for joining us. We'll see you then.